It started with a receipt, a hotel booking under my wife's sister's name. Same city, same weekend my wife claimed she was at a spa retreat. The date caught my eye first, then the address, and then an attached note. Everything's ready for you two. Candles in the drawer. Don't forget to leave the key at the desk. My chest didn't tighten. My pulse didn't rise. I just stared. There's a strange stillness that comes with betrayal. Not heat, but cold clarity. You stop being human for a second. You become calculation. I sat there in silence, her laughter echoing faintly from the living room, where she was on a video call with her sister. They were joking about girl trips and trust. I smiled faintly. Not because I believed her, but because I'd just stopped believing in her. I didn't confront her that night. I made tea, kissed her cheek, told her to rest. She smiled, unaware that the quiet between us had turned into a blade. The next few days, I watched. Patterns surfaced, late texts from her sister, mysterious errands, the same perfume she once said she hated, expensive, masculine. I started testing her stories, asking small, harmless questions to see if she'd trip. She didn't. She was rehearsed, confident, a liar trained by love. But the human mind leaves fingerprints, and she left plenty. Her credit card history told me where she'd been. Her sister's work computer, conveniently connected to the company network, told me what they were planning, a shared document titled Weekend Notes. It wasn't just a secret affair. It was a carefully constructed world. Two women building a sanctuary for her and him. A love nest, her sister called it. They used my money, my trust, my name. I read every line in silence, and somewhere in that silence, I decided what needed to be done. I spent the next week preparing, not shouting, not breaking, just listening. Every word, every glance, every false "I love you" became fuel. I made copies of every file, every text, every receipt. I had her sister's employment contract sitting in my drawer, signed by me, because I was the one who got her that job in the first place. I started moving things quietly: account access, authorizations, passwords. By the time they spent their next weekend trip, I had already blocked her sister's payroll account. I remember the moment I pressed suspend. It wasn't anger, it was precision. I pictured her opening her laptop Monday morning, ready to check her balance, and seeing access denied. The look, the silence, the panic. That would be the beginning. Then I canceled the credit cards, every shared one, every linked account under their family's name. They would feel the walls closing, one transaction at a time. The love nest I discovered? It wasn't just physical, it was financial, emotional, built on my foundations. So I did what you do to any nest you didn't build. I took it apart, straw by straw. The night she found out, she came home shaking. "Something's wrong," she said. "My sister's crying. Her cards aren't working. She got fired. Can you—" I looked up from my glass of whiskey. I already know. Her face froze. The color drained so quickly it almost looked rehearsed. She opened her mouth, closed it, then whispered, "You saw?" I nodded. She sat down slowly, her hands trembling on the table. "Please," she said, "it wasn't serious." I raised a hand. "I don't need the story." The silence that followed was heavier than shouting. It was the kind of silence that meant the story was already over. I didn't yell, I didn't curse, I just slid a document toward her. Termination papers for her sister, stamped and signed. Her eyes filled with tears. "You can't do this to her," she said. I leaned forward. "She helped you build a lie inside my home. You think I won't dismantle her world outside of it?" She broke then. Her sobs weren't guilt, they were survival. Because she finally understood I wasn't reacting, I was executing. By the end of that week, her parents called me, pleading. Their accounts were frozen, their loans tied to mine. They wanted to explain, to justify. I said nothing. Then I watched. Month by month, their comfort dissolved. They sold furniture, moved out, and eventually they stopped calling. My wife left soon after. No goodbye. Just a note, you win. But there were no winners, only balance. I didn't replace her, didn't rebuild. I just learned to live in the silence she left behind. It's peaceful now. Sometimes I drive past that apartment they'd rented, the so-called love nest. The blinds are broken, the doors sealed, empty, just how I like it. People call what I did revenge. They're wrong. It was correction. And when I finally turned the car around, I didn't look back. Not once.